we are going to start a topic we can finish this year. I can see that the number is reducing, right? And I hate Hamatan. Let me add that one too. Okay, so we are entering mode of nutrition. Listen. Hello. Mode of what? Nutrition. So we are going to talk about mode of nutrition. And that is what we are going to use to say bye-bye to for this year. Okay, so please, we need to be very fast. Okay? We need to be very, very fast. Mode of nutrition. Please, let's stand up. I don't like this noise. Respect your old age, please. Okay, so we already know, like this topic is very easy, but there are things we need to what? Add to the topics, okay? Just like when someone stands here and start teaching classes of food in biology. You know, the normal classes of food is not the one you know, right? How many classes of food do we have? 7. What made it a 7? I think it was roughages. Okay. What can we call cyanocobalamin? Be what? Cyanocobalamin. Vitamin. Okay. So, which one is called riboflavin? Ascorbic what? Acid. Okay, so let's continue with mode of nutrition. Now, we already know that nutrition is nutrition. Who can give me the meaning of nutrition? You say it out now. Sauce, and it is broken down. And it is broken down into what? Into to produce new cells, repair worn out tissues, and other processes. That means it is what we call what? Nutrition. So what is nutrition? It's a process whereby organisms obtain what? Food substance to what? To build up their body cells, repair worn out tissues, and what? And replace old cells. Now this process is due to in the process of what? Nutrition. And that is why if you eat balanced diets, you see yourself what? Flourishing. Your skin is smooth. Your skin is what? Soft. Do you understand? But if you start eating gari, you know, in the name of Sapanabi, you see yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. So that mode of nutrition is divided into 2. is divided into two. There are some organisms that can produce their own food. There are some organisms that need to do what? That need to obtain their food from other sources. The first one is what we call what? Autotrophic mode of what? Nutrition. Why the second one is called what we call what? Heterotrophic what? Mode of what? Nutrition. So the first one is called what? Autotrophic mode of nutrition. So I'm not going to give you this note in details. So I think where I tell you to write, you write. So like I said, it is divided into two: autotrophic mode of nutrition and what? Heterotrophic what? Mode of nutrition. So these are the two types of what? Nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, what is autotrophic mode of nutrition? It is a type of nutrition where organisms can produce their what? Their food. Abi? They don't need to depend on what? Other organisms to obtain food. So they can produce the food by themselves. That is what we call autotrophic what? Mode of what? Nutrition. Now, in this process, autotrophic mode of nutrition has two processes. Like the first one is called what? Photosynthesis. The second one is called what? We have photosynthesis and we have what? Chemosynthesis. We have chemosynthesis. Now, after explaining this, I think we have to write something. So, autotrophic mode of nutrition, like I said, is a type of nutrition where organisms obtain their food, produce their food by themselves. And those organisms are what we call what? Autotrophs. We call them what? Autotrophs. So organisms that can make their food by themselves are called what? Autotrophs. Now, autotrophic mode of nutrition is divided into two: photosynthesis and what? Chemosynthesis. Most times I say in biology that even if you don't know a particular term, you can use the what? You can use the split words in that particular term to know. So if I have photo and what? Synthesis here, it means that something is synthesized in the presence of what? Light. Because photo is associated with what? Light. Now, what is photosynthesis? It is a process whereby green plants manufacture their food in the presence of sunlight. Do you understand? Yes. So, when we talk about photosynthesis, it means that organisms that must photosynthesize must actually have a green pigment known as what? Chlorophyll. Abi? Yes. And this chlorophyll is seen inside a sac-like structure called what? Chloroplast. Abi? So now, when it comes to photosynthesis, organism produces their food in the presence of what? Sunlight. So there are two key factors for photosynthesis to occur. One, there must be presence of what? Sunlight. And another one is presence of what? Chlorophyll. So without these two, this reaction will not what? Take place. But at the end of photosynthesis, sugar is produced, and that is what? Glucose. Abi? Glucose is produced at the end of photosynthesis. Okay, if we have to look at equation of photosynthesis, we have that carbon dioxide combines with what? Water. To give what? To produce and oxygen. Now you can see that at this process we have sugar, and the major reason for photosynthesis is to produce this sugar. But at the end there is another one produced. That's why it is called what? Byproduct. Do you understand? But is this equation correct? What is wrong? Apart from balanced equation, what is another problem here? Energy, respiration. So without sunlight, it will not occur. But this thing is still not okay. Are you sure? So we have chlorophyll here. Okay. Balance is the equation. Huh? I should ask this here. Here. Okay. You people have memorized this, Abby. Which other place am I adding it? Add what again? 6 in O, Abby? Okay. Okay, I should add 3. Wow. Okay. Okay, I should leave it like that. Who now chemistry now? I don't understand. Is this? All right. Should I add another? Is what will be here? Huh? Is balance. So if you look at carbon here, carbon is 6, right? And carbon is 6 here. So if you look at oxygen, oxygen is 12 here and 6 here. 6 plus 12 is what? 18. So if you have oxygen, oxygen is 6 here, 12 here, so it is 18. Oxygen is also balanced. So we look at hydrogen. Hydrogen is how many? 12. And we also have what? 12 hydrogen. So the equation is what? Balance. Now, if you want to remember photosynthesis, hello, I always imagine what they told us in the nursery school, that plants breathe in what? Carbon 4 oxide and give out what? Oxygen. Meaning now what it breathes out is the product and what it takes in is the what? The raw material. This is not chemistry, please. Is the what? The raw what? Material. Now, do you know that if I reverse the equation of photosynthesis, it gives me aerobic respiration? Do you know that? Yes. If I reverse the equation of photosynthesis, it actually gives me what? Aerobic respiration. This product comes to the reactant side and the reactant goes to the what? Product side, but there won't be any sunlight or chlorophyll again, Abi. But there will be ATP. How many ATP? Onye see 2. 3. Issue na batakwa ekpere na hamatana. Because this harmattan, I hate it. I don't know for others, but I hate it. Okay, so what are we going to add if it is aerobic respiration? ATP plus ATP. Hello. Today's class is very dull and I don't like it. I'm serious. What is wrong? Is what? The Christmas or what? Someone is even complaining about chemistry. I don't want to hear that one. You say? It's no longer evolution. The useless part of the Sinabi. I'm not down in junior class. What will now happen if I enter ecology? Ecology is more boring than. So, but you have to. When you could die reproduction. You could say reproduction, God, the lively nabi. Eh? With the way you people are laying emphasis on reproduction, I'm not teaching it. And if I want to teach, is reproduction in cockroach, leeches, grasshopper. Thank you. Man, I will exclude it. No, I'm not teaching dog, I beg. It relates to man, and I'll never do that. So, listen. Let me now tell you the facts now. You see that most boring topic is where JAM asks their questions. How many times will you see reproduction in your question? Because they know and you are going to memorize it and write it very well, Abi. Because that kind of topic used to stick very well more than others. They will ask more of questions from those boring topics. They will not ask what? Hello. I know Hamatan contributes to it too. So, but I hate Hamatan. I don't know why people always say they like Hamatan. I don't like it. Tell me 7 advantages of dry season, and I'll tell you 100 disadvantages. Hmm? I hate it. Okay, it's okay. Shh. Hello. Like I said, these are the places where you may see your questions. They can leave reproduction and ask you questions from mode of nutrition. And I've seen question from JAM. They ask what is detritivorous nutrition. Have you heard of that? Detritivorous nutrition. They may even ask you microphagous nutrition or microphagous organisms. And if you don't know this, you will have problem. One mark can make you not to get that university. You know that. Okay, let's continue. So I already said that autotrophic mode of nutrition is divided into photosynthesis, of which photosynthesis is a process whereby green plant, that emphasis green plant, and what makes that plant to be green is the presence of what? Chlorophyll. Whereby green plant manufacture their food in the presence of what? Solar energy derived from what? Sun. Do you understand? So that is for photosynthesis, and I've given the equation of photosynthesis. Now we move into chemosynthesis. What is chemo? Chemo, if you remove the synthesis, you are going to see that it is chemical, right? So it means the synthesis or production of food in the presence of what? A particular chemical what? Substance. Abi? This chemical substance can be organic or what? Inorganic. So wherever an organism derive their food or produce their food in the presence of a particular chemical, it is known as what? Chemosynthesis. And remember, organisms that can do this are what? We have one as sulfur bacteria. You understand? Where this bacteria have to dwell on hydrogen sulfide and release sulfur at the end while producing what? Energy and its own what? Food. Now, sulfur bacteria is an example. Another example is nitrosomonas. Have you heard of nitrosomonas? Nitrosomonas in nitrogen cycle. You understand? Nitrosomonas is an example of chemosynthetic what? Organism. What of nitrobacter? Nitrobacter. Have you heard of azotobacter? Clostridium unca. These are examples. Have you heard of Rhizobium leguminosarum? That is Rhizobium what? Species. So Rhizobium species, like we have Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas, Rhizobium are what we call nitrifying what? Bacteria. What are the nitrifying bacteria? You know there is difference between nitrifying bacteria and nitrogen fixing bacteria. Are they the same? Eh? Can you give me the different meaning? Differentiation. The differences between a nitrogen fixing bacteria and a nitrifying bacteria. Let me hear from you. Okay. Okay, you're correct. So, nitrifying bacteria actually converts nitrite to what? Nitrate, or sometimes ammonium what? Compounds to what? To nitrite. Do you understand? But when it comes to nitrogen fixing bacteria, they fix atmospheric nitrogen in the sense that they convert atmospheric nitrogen to what? To nitrate, or even what? Nitrite, depending on the what? Organism. That is the difference between, you know, we have nitrifying, denitrifying. We also have nitrogen what? Fixing bacteria. Now, this is an example of what we have said in chemosynthesis. Can we write something, please? Can we write something? We need to be very fast, please. autotrophic mode of nutrition. It is a type. I should wait so you open your book first. It is a type of nutrition. It is a type of nutrition where organisms can produce their food independently. Can produce their food independently. Can produce their food independently. In other words, it's full stop. In other words, it is a comma. In other words, they do not depend on other organisms for provision of food. So we need to be very fast. There are two types of this nutrition. Such as A. Let us write A first. Photosynthesis. And when you write photosynthesis, you put what? Column. A. Photosynthesis. Let's define it, please. It is a process whereby green plants produce their food in the presence of solar energy, derived from sunlight. Full stop. The green coloration of these plants is as a result of the presence of chlorophyll. Semicolon. A pigment required for trapping of solar energy. Then I think write equation of photosynthesis, then write the one on the board. Equation of photosynthesis. Are we good to go? Then write down the equation. Okay, let's move on, please. So what are the organisms that can undergo photosynthesis? Green plants, algae, abi? Algae is another example. Which other one? What of euglena? Euglena is, Euglena is part of it. Abi? Yes. Euglena is a protist that can actually what? That can actually photosynthesize in as much as it have dual characteristics of what? Plant and animal, right? But it can still photosynthesize. And that's what classify it as what? Plant. Abi? Because of the presence of what? Chlorophyll. Ngwa example of organisms. That to say fanku. I said green plant now, Abi. Green plant, algae. Which other one? Euglena. It is yellow again. ETC. 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 ET. Is under chlorophyta. Yes, it's part of it. Okay, let's move ahead. Chemosynthesis. B. Chemosynthesis. 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 It can be defined as a process. It can be defined as a process. It can be defined as a process where organisms can make their food. Where organisms can make their food. Where organisms can make their food in the presence of inorganic or organic chemical. Inorganic or organic chemical. Inorganic or organic chemical. Examples of these organisms are am I too fast? Okay. Example of these organisms are sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria, comma, nitrosomonas. Nitrosomonas. Nitrobacter. 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 Clostridium. You already know other ones now. ETC, please. What is the problem? You can't spell Clostridium. 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 Ngwacheze end of teacher's capacity. ETC. End of teacher's capacity. Let's move on, please. I can see some people are tired. In fact, this year is already ending. But please, you know that once it is next year, you have barely 4 months. In fact, you don't have 4 months. It's 3 months and you know that the lesson will not start first week of what? January. Sorry, first day of January, right? It's not possible. So, I think what you can do for yourself is map out 25th to enjoy your whole self and go back to what? To your drawing board. I'm a go Monday na achi watch na say uncle mekwenka ka mali fa bataya. Nah, I have to enjoy myself. But one thing, well, the truth of the matter is that you need it. whether you like it or not. Except a Toribia Soluna uncle, what type of medicine and forgery can I read with 120 or 100 and what? 10. You understand? What we are aiming here is 300 and what? And above. You understand? So that any course you want to choose, you can freely what? Choose it. Even 300, you are not free at all. In case of what? Medicine and surgery. You know that. A bigger balance where is from 320. You can tell yourself, UNN, do your worst. Unizik, do your worst. Unilag, you can do anything you like. I am waiting for all of you. You understand? And it start now. You need to read. And that, shh, why are you making noise? I will chase anybody that I see the mouth waggling like a dog's tail. And I'm serious. So people that are not here will miss this particular topic quite all right. But like I said, go and what? Draw your what? How you are going to read from now till what? Also not tonight. Till what? Till you write your exams. Especially the ones that wants to be serious. Okay? But even if you are writing WAEC and you are still here, don't tell yourself you are exempted from this advice. You are not. Maka onye makwukwo na-egbu expo. I always tell people na nyogi na exam, you will never know. No, nyote na akwụkwọ gị. Because one, I will reshuffle it. Two, idalun photosynthesis in diary and chem. Do you understand? If you are saying photosynthesis is a process whereby green plant manufacture their food in the presence of what? Sunlight. I will change it. It's a process whereby what happened? Whereby plant with chlorophyll. I will not write green plant again. Yes. And the markers, you know, you can't, unless they just want to, they are very happy. Probably a lot, but I can't mark it. Do you understand? But you can't cheat them. They already know people that are copying each other. I do mark exam, and I can say, okay, this person copied from this. Both of them are sharing papers. I can know. But there is a way you will write something. On your nine now, say, wow, you are doing well. On get the what? The other side. You change it, nobody will ever know. But but then when they now copy what my your age number I'm not saying that I heard someone have done it to me. It's just that my village person told me because I'm the kind of person, if I'm writing exam, I don't like closing my book. I'm just that type. But if I'm there, I must be your network all over there. You understand? So someone was actually peeping please now, and he's an overstay student. You know what I mean by overstay? It's one way they go carry over. The 4 years I think his rage number is up to 8 years. That is 2 times. When I got the course like when I got medicine and surgery. He said I should. As he was copying from me, I said, please change your words. And that's where I'm going to have problem with you. So I'm getting okay. One man told me 20 minutes to pass our exam, to pass our paper. Do you understand? One of my mind told me, go check this guy's book. My rich number. That is Obidogo the day 210. I don't understand. Because what they usually do in exam is that number one question is, what is your rich number? Do you understand? Copy my rich number. Even if the lecturer is marking and see, okay, then that first one will now cast everything. You understand? Asking Someone can bring in one this thing for you, and you look at it 1 to 10. Mba, this thing is not tallying. 50 to 40, it's not going anywhere. You just do what? Throw it away. But obu ni mala akwụkwọ. Enwe ike disturb kata uncle ga-akpọ onye ọkada one. Say biko send the this girl question, no disturb go too much. Onye ọkada puftanak from Gene ọkada ya. Delgi AABBCCDD PCBCBC. You understand? And send it to you. Then you now what? Hold your mandible and maxilla. Nina copy here. A copy cha ishina zubalu first na bagote. Because you don't even know whether the answer is what? Correct or what? Not. You must know something before Imakude Keshi Egbe's for oneself. In case Ebu Bata Emo answer for government, he just copy for biology. So let's continue, please. All right. Where did we stop? We are done with examples of chemosynthetic organisms, right? Now we are entering heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Can we write, please? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition, subheading. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition, subheading. Please, I want us to write something. Nota bene. When it comes to autotrophic nutrition, it can also be called holophytic nutrition. You know, people misplaced holozoic and holophytic. Please, whenever you hear holophytic, it is associated with what? Let me ask you one question. A green plant growing in a compost, in a decaying organic matter is known as A, saprophyte, B, holophyte, C, parasites, or parasitic, let's just call it that, like that. D, none of the above. How? Dead, decaying organic matter. Then what happened to saprophyte? A green plant. Are you forcing me? Can I sell one? You say? Saprophyte are not green. You are correct. Is a holophytic what? Organism. Do you understand? That is an autotroph. Do you understand? Let's move on, please. Shh. Now, heterotrophic mode of nutrition is divided into 5. The first one is called holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. Then we have another one as what? As saprophytic nutrition. You know, you can see this in mode of association too. Abi? Okay, we have saprophytic nutrition. Which other one do we have? Parasitic nutrition. Which other one do we have? Is there another one we have? Okay, symbiotic what? Symbiotic nutrition. Is there another one? No. We also have carnivorous plant, right? Have you heard of that one? We have carnivorous plant. Shh. But there is a problem here. Holozoic nutrition has many branches. We have herbivorous nutrition, right? Ndi vegetarian. Herbivorous nutrition. Which other one do we have? Omnivorous nutrition. Which other one? Sorry, carnivorous nutrition. Which other one do we have? Predation, right? We have predation. Is there another one? Have you heard of fluid feeders? Abi, fluid feeding. We have fluid feeding. Do we have filter feeding? Filter feeding. We also have detritivorous nutrition. detritivorous nutrition. Is there another one? Have you heard of macrophages? Eh? Macrophages, microphages. You see, sometimes, when you know a particular topic and someone is repeating it, it seems sometimes you just have to move your head out of it. But just know that there are things you need to know here. Okay, we have herbivorous nutrition, omnivorous, carnivorous nutrition, predation, fluid feeding, filter feeding, detritivorous nutrition, macrophagous nutrition, and microphagous nutrition. And I think we also have insectivorous nutrition too. Okay, so are we writing this thing down before we continue? I'm going to write it down as it is. Please be fast. Huh? Polyphytic. I said is under autotroph. It's under autotroph. You can call it polyphytic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition can also be called polyphytic. Do you understand? Are we done copying? Please be fast. Stop talking, please. I don't like noise in my class. Autotrophic nutrition. Are we good to go? Okay. I don't understand. When you talk about infection, that means na ịgba ukwere ihe nke a dịkwa wicked. So they are not infected because the organism is just actually affecting their normal body system. Do you understand? So you don't call them infected. It's just like Hello, let's start, please. Um, the first. Okay, first of all, I need us to explain Holozoic nutrition. Hello. Shh, please stop making noise. Holozoic nutrition. Now, Holozoic nutrition actually means a type of nutrition where organisms dwell on what? Solid or what? Liquid food substances. And this particular nutrition is divided into the first one, herbivorous what? Nutrition, right? Herbivorous nutrition is a process whereby animals does what? Feeds on what? Plant and plant parts. It's not just the plant, but plant what? Parts. Now, herbivorous nutrition is a type of nutrition where organism does what? Feeds on plant and plant what? Parts. Now, what are examples of herbivores? Goat, I know you get books of one car. You got a car again. Gazelle, giraffe, elephant. Where can I group butterfly? Plant and plant parts. What if there is no filter feeder and you see something like herbivore, omnivorous, carnivorous? Where are you going to place it? Have you heard of this before? Hello. Let me tell you something. In as much as you think this topic is easy, Jambo Juogia, I know why I'm always repeating Jam, because they ask questions that itukulana with your tension or your body during that day will scatter your what? Head. Now, they will not ask you which of the following is not a herbivore, a delicate goat that you have been mentioning since. You will not see cow there. What you are going to be seeing is aphids, butterfly. Butterfly is also a what? A herbivorous animal, right? Why? Why? Because it feeds on part of what? If you did not see fluid feeding there, that means the next thing is what? Herbivorous, Abi? What of cockroach? Guinea? Another one is grasshopper. Grasshopper is also a what? A herbivorous what? Herbivorous what? Organism, Abi? Now, what of praying mantis? How? If he's on the grass, that's why he's always on grass. Hello? Praying mantis. Some of you don't even know what praying mantis is. Hello? Osuakbo funding anu Igbo. You understand? If you can't hear Igbo, it looks like a stick. In fact, if it is not working, it looks like a what? A dead branch. Abi? That's how it looks like for praying mantis. And it has a camouflage. In the raining season, it changes into what? Green. Abi? In the dry season, it becomes brown. Abi? Okay. So now, praying mantis is not a herbivore. Please take down that part. It's not what? A herbivore. Let me ask you, coolest mosquito, unko? And you group it where? If you don't see fluid and filter feeders feeding, where are you going to group them? Confusion. Hello. Let me say something here. At this level, please, when you see mosquito, put it as a carnivorous what? Nutrition. I will explain this once we enter the carnivorous what? Nutrition. Now, the next one we are going to talk about is omnivorous nutrition. What is an omnivorous nutrition? They feed on both plant and flesh. Abi? That is omnivorous nutrition. Example is you. You eat on grass. You understand? Another one is what? Flesh, abi? But vegetarians and human are herbivores. I don't know why people suffer themselves in this world. You come out and say that killing of animal is barbaric. So therefore, and I'm going to do what? We'll continue to dwell on what? Grasses. And remember that protein that comes from grasses, leaves, plants, are what? Are second class protein, right? So they don't give you almost all the essential amino acids. And if you look at them well, if they don't combine different botanical grasses, they may look pale in color. You understand? Someone will choose. I was arguing with one guy like that. A Nigerian guy, yo. Manon atakana di ishikopia. Osim ill. That I don't what? Why am I eating cow? That cow is just like human being. I say it's just like you. Not me. Do you understand? How can you associate cow with human? You even look for ape. At least ape is better. Or monkey. Or bulogini. Cow never move. You understand? He said, why will I be doing this? That I need to conserve nature. That I'm killing animal is not good. That what we are doing can, put them under extinction. I said, do you know that it is barbaric for you to pluck the hands of a plant? The leaves are the what? Yes. Why are you eating them? Since you are so good in your heart, you love nature, then maybe you can what? Starve. Sand is also barbaric. You are hot in the sand too. As I am now, I can't eat something without meat. Madasim vegetarian. I am a vegan. For what? Now get him, man. Can we continue, please? All right. So omnivorous animals or organisms are those organisms that what? That feed on flesh and also what? Plant. Example is do you know that cockroach is one example? Cockroach is an omnivorous insect. Sure you know. Which other one? Man, pig again. Pig is also what? Omnivorous, right? Okay. Is there any other example? Yes, hippo. Hippopotamus is also an omnivorous what? Animal. Ant. Yes, ant is another one too. Now let's get to carnivorous what? Nutrition. What is carnivorous nutrition? They feed on what? Flesh. They feed on flesh or part of what? Flesh. Example is mosquito. I know, lion. You can't forget that one. Any other one? Hyena is another example, Abi. Onyestil elephant. Whenever you see elephant eating what? Flesh. Chioma Ajungwa. You know he's a spiritual elephant. Any other one? We have lot of what? Them. Cat, cat, is it an omnivore or carnivore? A carnivore, Abi. Praying mantis. You know praying mantis is also a carnivore. Although it is under insectivorous what? Nutrition. But an insect is also part of flesh, Abi. So it is what? Yes. But the truth of the matter is, carnivorous animal looks so wicked to me, especially if I'm watching National Geographic wide. Hello. I'm always happy when a prey kills a predator, especially lion, cheetah, and the rest. I watched the one hippo. Hippo was able to dismantle the jaw of one lioness Or they can win a trophy that day. You understand? I don't know. The lion, they say they are the strongest. So the lion approached, the lioness approached the hippo. Based on the king of jungle. The hippo turned. And you know that thing can mount. If you put your head under it, this will not get pressed with your skull on one bite. To tell you how the pressure from each jaw comes. You understand? Where Tadod what? The lion, as a lioness, none like this. I don't know if you have been watching it now. The jaw was flapping around. You understand? It looks like a win to me. Oh. You understand? So, listen please. Carnivorous organisms are those organisms that feed on what? Flesh. We have given example of them. Now, the next one is predation. Predation is a type of nutrition where a stronger animal feeds on what? Weaker ones, abi? And the stronger animal is called predator, while the weaker one is called what? Prey. It's called what? Prey. So, example of this predation is between lion and what? And gazelle. We also have antelope too, abi? Antelope and what? Snake and hawk, is it a predation? Snake and rat too. Sorry, snake and rat. Even eagle. Eagle and some bush rat too. You know eagle do kill bush rat too. Eh? Yes, hawk and little chicken and the rest. It's also what? Predation. Hello, shh. Biology is a subject. Hello. Hey, walk out of my class. I'm talking to you, yes. Walk out of my class. Sir, please, because I have to say this one loud. Sir, please, I thought lions are herbivorous because they eat grass. I don't understand. Onye Delifa, did you smoke cannabis sativa before coming into this class? Abi you smoke sock away? Because the only way I know lion eat grass, I have seen one in UNN. Sorry, I'm calling UNN here. Yeah, UNN, where the lion died before I graduated. I go the stuff. Lion started eating what? Grass. Hey, open that lion make a town in a cage. See barbecue. See peace everywhere. Shawarma and hot dog everywhere waiting to be what? Please, there's something I want to say. I love to joke, but please, once I see this particular class as a class where people that are mature stays. You already know when we are joking, and you joke along, and when we have stopped, you stop making noise. This place is sometimes I always see it as if I'm teaching nursery school students. It doesn't make any sense. When I say stop, you can't remember what to. It doesn't make any sense, I'm telling you. As if then kata cannot go on after my class. You can do that after my class. I will use 1 hour and tell you to close your mouth. It doesn't make any sense. I can tell you for free. It doesn't. Please, is hawk same thing as kite? Hey, Jesus. Someone asks, please, is hawk same thing as kite? Are they the same? They are two different organisms now. So they are different, but they actually look alike. One is smaller, Sha. Which one is smaller? Kite is smaller. And kite cannot do what hawk is doing now. To an extent. You understand? But the king of the air is what? Eagle. Eagle, I love the way its adaptation work. Eagle can carry a small bush what? Bush pig. The small one. And fly. And the corner it doesn't concentrate on that word. Food. It will be looking at why is it surveying its environment? In case if lion start approaching, because lion can smell blood from afar. You understand? So once lion come, happen the animal also or what? Budia what? Run. Eagle is very, very what? Smart. You understand? I've heard a story, even though there is one bird that usually attack eagle. I've forgotten the name. Not hawk, not kite. I've forgotten the name. Ostrich. Can ostrich fly? Is it no, not falcon. No. If you call the name, I'll remember. Hello. That bird usually like fighting eagle when it is flying. But you know how eagle behave. Eagle will not what? We pay deaf ear. The next thing it will carry it up. Climb higher the altitude. And you know the higher the altitude, the lower oxygen concentration. So it will carry it up till it suffocate that stupid animal. Do you understand? That is how eagle behave. And eagle is very smart. You understand? When it comes to the world of the jungle, predation takes place at any angle. Do you understand? Hyena can also attack lion. But to an extent, the only way hyena can attack lion is through it what? Weak spot. What are the weak spots? The buttocks. That thing. I heard it very well. You understand? That's the weakest point. And that is where hyena usually like eating from. It starts from there. Honestly, I want to read this one out. I wanted to throw it away, Sha. But to tell you how stupid this person is. Uncle, does Maggie come from goat poop? Hey. Hello. But in as much as this is incorrect and a question which I will not answer, do you know that your designer's perfume comes from a whale's vomit? Do you know about it? Hello. I can't say in this generation you have your phone and your Google now, Abi. So when you go home, you can browse it as your uncle and as a whale's vomit. I've forgotten the name of the vomit. Like it is sold. It's just like a scorpion venom. On you put that in. A whale's vomit is used in making of what? Perfume. You know that perfume like this. Butter. Poeba. Okay, sigideti one day or 2 days. Obokwa boki perfume. Nke no. No. It is normally go out. Now we are not talking about that one. You know, there's some perfume you will buy. The thing is not smelling. But you go inside your house, you still smelling inside. What is happening? So you are just spraying the thing for the house. so so a whale's vomit is what? Is used in making of what? And I think as of the last time I researched for that particular, they say that it is sold at up to $500,000. I say I didn't say naira. So so where you can see it in ocean and sea, where they stay. So what they use that whale vomit for is, it is used, to increase the longevity of the perfume for it to last longer. I know if you have used this designer's perfume from the one of 50K down up, you understand? You understand? You understand? Not that one you are that not 1,005. Hello. Are you shocked? No, you're supposed not to. What of the honey you are eating too? Beginning. B for me it is better. Someone is trying to change our mind. I can never eat this thing again. So lions are omnivorous because some now eat grass. So is elephant a herbivore or an omnivorous animal? Something I just said now. It is a herbivore now. Have you seen it eating meat? Uncle, is jackass a carnivore? He's not jaguar. Can you say that rub yourself? Do you know this animal now? It's under a dog family now. Eh? Jack. That's what he wrote now. Jackass. So Jack and ass. He's a carnivore. Hello, shh, listen, please. So, in the world of predation, we already know that the stronger organisms are called what? The predator. Why the weaker ones are called what? Prey. We already know lion, tiger, or the cat family are under what? Are under these predators. Abi? Do you understand? They prey on what? They prey on their prey, the weaker ones. But there are ones that are weaker but have a very strong adaptive what? Features, right? Like the one of gazelle. Gazelle hop, it doesn't run. Abi? It hop. And the ones who hop, I think it can hop from here to that chair. And you know how many times a cheetah need to what? Move the limbs before it reaches that position. Do you understand? And also, have you heard of a mountain goat? You've not heard of mountain goat? Mountain goat are not just like your normal goat you see. They like staying on a very steep slope. Very steep. I say very steep. The steepness can be like this. Sometimes it can be like this. This thing is beautiful now. Like this. Like this thing can climb up to this part. So lion biaze be attack. Lion cannot move this part of this kind of steepness. It's not possible. Do you understand? But the one that usually try it is forest bear. Forest bear actually try to come here and eat those mountain goats. But you know the problem? Sometimes they somersault to their what? Death. I don't know what helps them is their flexible what? Huff. Do you understand? So there are some adaptive features that makes this prey to run away from their predator most of the times, but not always. Like a cheetah and an antelope has an endurance more than what? Cheetah, right? Cheetah can run faster than an antelope, but an antelope has what? An endurance. You know what endurance means now? You understand? Cheetah can run very fast at a short distance. But an antelope or a gazelle can run what? Can run slower than a cheetah, but long distance. And another advantage that an antelope has is that it can what? It's very sweet when it comes to corner running. Corner running. Do you understand? When we come like this, cheetah kuruwezie, dawazie. Before now, data antelope megogene. And you know this kind of dance gazelle usually do. Whenever it have seen that it have outrun the predator, that thing on a chom like this. That is a happy thing, and I'm always happy for it whenever it what wins. Okay, let's go over to fluid feeding. What is fluid feeding? Fluid feeding is a type of nutrition where organism feeds on what? On liquid substance. Abi? Example of these are what? Mosquito. Mosquito is an example. Butterfly is also another example. Aphids is also what? Another example. Those organisms that feed on fluid are known as what? Fluid feeders. Do you understand? Now we move into filter feeders. I know you are waiting for this detritivorous nutrition. Filter feeders. What are filter feeders? Filter feeding. Filter feeding is a process whereby organism filters out little or tiny particle from what? From a liquid. Do you understand? As their food. Example of these filter feeders are mosquito larvae. Another example is duck. Have you heard of duck? Duck now, or bogo. You understand? That thing you see usually do its mouth inside water is actually filtering out planktons out of the what? Out of those muddy water. It filters it out and what? Feeds on them. So its interest is not on that fluid, but actually that what? Little particles that it feeds on. That is what we call filter what? Feeding. Now, detritivorous nutrition. Detritivorous nutrition is a type of nutrition where organisms feed on soily organisms. Do you understand? Example is in Sokadrulu Sumbaye. That is what? Earthworm. Earthworm actually feeds on what? On soil organism most of the time. Which other example do we have? Can we say leech? Leech, is it part of it? Guinea? Bow. Mole. Mole is another one as a detritivorous what? Nutrition. Macrophages. You know the difference between macro and micro? Macro is something you can see. Micro is something you need to view under the microscope before you can see them, right? So macrophagous nutrition is a type of nutrition where organisms feeds on what? Feeds on a very large amount of food then that need to be digested before what? Absorption. But when it comes to microphagous nutrition, it's a type of nutrition where organism feeds on what? Tiny particles of what? Food substances that may not necessarily go under what? Digestion. Do you understand? So what are the example of macrophagous organisms? Like you are a macrophagous what? Organism because you, like we know, is too what? Big. You understand? Whereby the enzymes in your body have to what? Break it down first before what? Absorption, right? So that is macrophagous what? Nutrition. Microphagous, can you give me an example? Amoeba is one example. Which other one? Tapeworm is another example. Roundworm is also what? Another example. Your stomach worm too is another example of what? Of microphagous nutrition. Can we write, please? Right. There is someone that has been signed in this class. Big Ifenesi. And it is coming from this direction. Ifenesi, please, the kind of help I can offer is not financial. Financially look up to God. Financially look up to God. But if it is spiritual one, I have 3 churches you can go and help your life. Mountain of what? Mentally, psychiatry na Enugu Akarigo before, so emotionally I can't handle that one because I don't know where it's coming from. Probably heartbreak or that's where the emotional part of this generation comes from. Academically, I can help you, Sha. I can help you in that part, but financially, look up to God. What is aphid? This aphid is a kind of pest. Do you understand? You open your agriculture very well. You know that aphid is what? A pest, right? A pest that I think is a stem borrower. It bores into a what? Into stem and what? Obtain the fluid from the what? From the plant. So aphids always dwell on what? The sap of plants. So it is a pest. If you want to know the diagram, you have a phone, but it should be after my class. Then you can go home and what? Look at the diagram of the aphid. Okay? Let's move on, please. Holozoic nutrition. Where did we even stop, sir? Look after this, okay. We have to define heterotrophic nutrition first. It is a type of nutrition where organisms, it is a type of nutrition where organisms, obtain food substances, from why is this sneezing funny? I don't understand. No me can daba. No me can daba. Obtain food substances from other organisms. From other organisms. From other organisms. It is subdivided into the following. It is subdivided into the following, such as it is subdivided into the following. I'm just giving you just a short note, please. It is subdivided into the following, such as A. Holozoic nutrition. A. Holozoic nutrition. A. Holozoic nutrition. B. Saprophytic nutrition. B. Saprophytic nutrition. B. Saprophytic nutrition. C. Parasitic nutrition. C. Parasitic nutrition. D. Symbiotic nutrition. C. Symbiotic nutrition. And the last one, carnivorous plant. And the last one, carnivorous plant. And the last one, carnivorous plant. So we are going to take Holozoic nutrition as subheading. Holozoic nutrition as subheading. Holozoic nutrition as subheading. Holozoic nutrition as subheading. It is a type of heterotrophic nutrition. It is a type of nutrition. It's a type of heterotrophic nutrition where organism feeds on solid or liquid food substance. Where organism feeds on solid or liquid food substance. Where organism feeds on solid or liquid food substance. Food substance. It is subdivided into the following. It is subdivided into the following. It is subdivided into the following, such as A, we start A, herbivorous nutrition. A, herbivorous nutrition. A, herbivorous nutrition. When organism, right, you put a column there, please. When organism feeds on plants and plant parts, when organism feeds on plants and plant parts, when organism feeds on plant and plant parts, it is known as herbivorous nutrition. It is known as herbivorous nutrition. It is known as herbivorous nutrition, and the organisms involved are called herbivores. And the organisms involved are called herbivores. And the organisms involved are called herbivores. And the organism involved are called herbivores. Example, aphids. Example, aphids. Example, aphids. Cattle. Butterfly. We have a lot of examples now, like goats, etc. Please put etc there. Let's go over to carnivorous nutrition. That should be B. Carnivorous nutrition. Carnivorous nutrition. What is carnivorous nutrition? It is a nutrition. It is a nutrition where organism feeds on flesh. It is a nutrition where organism feeds on flesh. It is a nutrition where organism feeds on flesh. It is a nutrition where organism feeds on flesh. They are called carnivores. They are called carnivores. They are called carnivores. They are called carnivores. Example, they are called carnivores. Example, praying mantis. They are called carnivores. Example, praying mantis. Praying mantis. Praying mantis. Lion. Tiger. Cat, etc. Cat, etc. Cat, etc. Let's go to omnivorous nutrition. C. Omnivorous nutrition. Omnivorous nutrition. Omnivorous nutrition. Omnivorous nutrition. If organism feeds on both plant and flesh, right? If organism feeds on both plant and flesh. If organism feeds on both plant and flesh, it is called omnivorous nutrition. It is called omnivorous nutrition. It is called omnivorous nutrition. And those organisms are called omnivores. 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 Example, cockroach, pig, man, etc. Cockroach, pig, man, etc. Cockroach, pig, man, etc. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is predation. Example, cockroach, pig, man, etc. You can still name more if you want. So let's go to predation. It is a process where a strong animal, it is a process where a strong animal, open a bracket, a strong animal, open a bracket, you write known as the predator, known as the predator, kill and feed on a weaker animal, kill and feed on a weaker animal, kill and feed on a weaker animal, open another bracket, kill and feed on a weaker animal, open a bracket, known as what? The prey, known as the prey, kill and feed on a weaker animal, in brackets, known as the what? Prey, full stop. Example are seen between hawk and snake, comma, hawk and snake, lion and antelope, lion and antelope, lion and antelope, lion and antelope, snake and rat, snake and rat, etc. Snake and rat, etc. Predation. Okay, fluid feeding, fluid feeding, fluid feeding. Once we are done with Holozoic, we call it a day. Fluid feeding. It is a type of nutrition where organism, it is a type of nutrition, fluid feeding, fluid feeding, fluid feeding. It is a type of nutrition, it is a type of nutrition where organisms, it is a type of nutrition where organism feeds on liquid food substances, feeds on liquid food substances, feeds on liquid food substances, feeds on liquid food substances. Example, feeds on liquid food substances. Example, Example, butterfly. Mosquito. Example, butterfly. Mosquito. Tick. 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 Aphids. Huh? Aphids. Then we write, he put end of teacher's capacity. ETC. Spiders. Are they fluid feeders? Some is all now. They just suck the. It's not juice. Please, spider is also a fluid feeder. But can we group spider under herbivore or minivore or carnivore? It's a carnivore, right? So you need to think very fast whenever they ask this kind of question. Okay, let's move on, please. Filter feeders. Filter feeders. Filter feeders. When an organism separate a tiny food particle from a liquid during feeding, it is known as filter feeding. 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 Example of filter feeders. Example of filter feeders are mosquito larva, duck, etc. Mosquito larva. Go and look for it. Mosquito larva, dog, etc. Let's move to the next one. That's the detritivorous nutrition. Am I too fast? Detritivorous nutrition. Detritivorous nutrition. Detritivorous nutrition. It is a type of nutrition where organisms feed on organic matter in the soil. Feed on organic matter in the soil. Feed on organic matter in the soil or soil organisms. Or soil organisms. Or soil organisms. Or soil organisms. Or soil what? Organisms. Example, earthworm. Mole. Example, earthworm. Mole. Please, who can spell mole, Pico? That the normal mole in chemistry now. It's equalum gene ETC. So let's move on. Macrophagous nutrition. I think this is the second to the last before we call it a day. Macrophagous nutrition. When organism when you're bomb like this, what's the problem? When organism ingests a large food particle, when organism ingests a large food particle, that needs to undergo digestion, that needs to undergo digestion. That needs to undergo digestion before absorption. Before absorption, or you can call it assimilation, right? Before absorption, before absorption, it is known as macrophagous nutrition or feeding. Macrophagous nutrition or feeding. Example, man. We have a lot of them now, so we can mention only 3 then. Man is an example. Even lion is an example. Cat is an example. ETC is also an example. So we have man, lion, cat, ETC. You have a lot of them. Goat is even among too. Okay? Okay, let's move on. Macrophagous nutrition should be the last part. I don't understand what you are writing. Your handwriting is microscopic. Uncle, what about millipede? Is it a carnivore or omnivore and herbivore? Let me throw you to the floor. Millipede and centipede. Herbivore. Carnivore. Onye dash a carnivore. Eh? They always feed on what? Leaves. And what feed on leaf is known as what? Herbivore. Okay, let's continue, please. Macrophagous nutrition. It is a type of feeding where organisms, right, please be fast. It is a type of feeding where organisms obtain tiny particles of food that may not necessarily undergo that may not necessarily undergo digestion before absorption. Example. What are examples? Amoeba is an example, though they still go under digestion. But which other one? Tapeworm, roundworm. What of butterfly? Is it a tiny particle? No, please put ETC there. Okay. So, I'll just explain this before we go. What is saprophytic nutrition? What is saprophytic nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition is a type of nutrition where organism feeds on dead, decaying what? Organic matter. The difference between saprophyte and the whole and the autotroph is that what? One have chlorophyll while the other one does not. Abi? So when it comes to saprophytic nutrition, this organism feeds on dead, decaying what? Organic matter. And those organisms that feeds on this decaying matter are called what? Saprophyte. Why what they feed on is called what? Substrates. Do you understand? It's called what? Substrate. Example of this saprophyte are known as what? Mushroom is an example. You see mushroom growing on a dead what? Tree, right? Then which other one do we have? Like the bread mold that grows on bread is also what? A saprophytic nutrition. Okay. Hello. Someone said that you said that cat is a carnivore. Does it mean that a cat, being a pet, cannot feed with food? Feed on food? I don't understand. But they drink milk. Hey. Yeah. Please, milk is from where? Plant, Abi. What did I say about carnivorous nutrition? Flesh and also flesh what? Part. So mosquito that sucks blood, uncle, are they eating flesh? So where are you going to group them? Without the fluid feeding, where are you going to group them? Carnivorous, Abi? So I don't understand what you are saying. Cat is what? Carnivore. Okay. Let's move ahead to the last one, please. Unajibolam. Uncle, a spider is not a fluid feeder because it does not have a proboscis. Okay. This one is lecturing me, not question. So do fish filter feed? Do they? Some. Not all. Let's go to the next one. Weevil is under what? Hey. Weevil feeds on what? Even grains of what? Plants. So where are you going to group them? Carnivore, Abi? This is a... Okay, I think we are going to call it a day. When are you guys closing for? 20th. Next week. Wednesday, Abi. So I think this is the last time we are going to probably see. Huh? Wednesday. Okay, I'll ask and know whether you are going to see me next week or not. But please make sure that you what? You continue to read. You have a lot of Christmas. If someone will tell me that Otuan Nona Christmas and Abu, as you guys are excited, I want to go to Christmas. I go for Christmas holiday. On where the them again? You understand? I say no lage join so I think you still have a lot of Christmas to celebrate. Please make your study your priority. If you like, have a nice day.